Hello and welcome to your daily love reading for Friday. Fabulous Friday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. Welcome, welcome. I'm sending everyone so much love. And again, a big happy new year to you guys as well. So I'm really excited today because we're going to connect with the energy around you, your person, your journey using 3 amazing decks of cards. And these decks of cards I actually received from you guys over the Christmas period. So thank you to who sent me these decks as well. So we're going to bring in today the beautiful Voyager Tarot. I'm also going to bring in this amazing deck, the Rainbow Brainskull Oracle. And I'm going to bring in the Wishcraft Oracle, make a wish, the Wishcraft Oracle. And it says you are the magic. Now, I've also used these 3 decks today in the members reading. And we talked today in the members reading in detail about do they know that you are twin flames? Or do they know that you have this amazing soul connection? So if you want to know about that, you can check out the members reading. Just hit on the join button. And you can join and become a member today and receive all the readings in the members playlist, but also receive that powerful reading today. But what I also connected with is, if you're doubting them, if you're thinking, do they know that we are twin flames? Do you fully believe in your heart and soul that you are too? Because sometimes on this journey it can get very hard, especially if you're not seeing physical results yet, or you're starting to doubt things, or you're in fear about something, or maybe something's happened and you're wishing you were there, and it can bring up intense frustration. Intense frustration. So instead of being frustrated, try and shift your focus and your energy into elation. So say, I'm not going to be frustrated, I'm going to be elated. Because then you start seeing things differently. You think, I'm not going to blame them, I'm going to celebrate them. I'm going to focus on all the good things. I'm going to remember who I am. I'm going to give back to me. And then you're filling up your own cup, and then you stop craving their attention or the need for their love and support, because you're giving it to yourself. And you're also giving yourself that love, and that taps you into God, the universe, the higher power. And then you feel grateful. And then you start receiving a lot more blessings to be grateful for. So your vibration starts shifting and getting higher and higher and higher. And that's when everything starts magnetically pouring into your life. So really, you have a choice whether you're focusing on bringing those blessings in or pushing those blessings away. So ask yourself that question. What am I doing today to manifest my dreams? Whether it's the dream of being with your person, or a financial dream, or maybe you have a dream about being healthy and well in your physical self, or maybe it's about manifesting a specific thing. You have a choice. There's actually a show that we watch here in the UK called Benidorm. I don't know if anyone's seen that. It's a bit of a comedy show. But there's a guy in there who says, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And it's so true. Instead of looking outside and putting the blame on others or God or your twin or anyone else, karmic person, anyone, check yourself and say, what do I need to change about my energy before I wreck myself with my own negative thoughts or my own negative reactions, or always look at that. So that's the message today. Check yourself before you wreck yourself and observe your thoughts and emotions. So we're going to connect with these 2 decks then, and 3 decks, and see what's going on. If you would like a personal reading with me, I am available again. You can email me for my new renewed price list for this year at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What's the energy around you today? What's the message around you? Try and get 1 card, 1 specific energy for them as well, okay? So 1 specific energy if possible, please, angels. Thank you. There it is. And 1 energy around the journey itself. What do we need to know about the journey? I feel it's this one trying to pop up here. There we go. What's the guidance for you today? What's the guidance for you today with this powerful deck? Okay, there it is, trying to come out there. And what's the energy around them today? What's the energy coming in around them, or the guidance for them? There it is. And what's the guidance for the journey today? What's the guidance for the journey today? I want clear card, please, angels. There it is. Making sure it's 1. They're giving me 1 specifically. Very clear, precise messages coming in today. And then with the Wishcraft Oracle, what's the energy around you today? Straight out, 1 card. The energy around your person, wow. And the energy around the journey today. The energy around the journey today. There it is. Wow, okay, let's see what's going on then. So we're going to start with your energy. So the message from the tarot today is the Sage of Worlds Master. Love it. Now a sage is someone who's very powerful, someone who's very strong. Like you think of a sage, you think of a guru or a magician or someone who's in control, someone who's learned how to master their thoughts, their emotions, their mind. So you're learning right now how to become the master of your reality, whether it's working with the law of attraction or being able to overcome the ego a little bit so you don't get dragged into those fears and those stresses and them struggles. So you start checking yourself before you're wrecking yourself. And I really do feel that today. You're learning how to become the master. So you learn that I'm in control of my thoughts. Nobody has power over me but me. I'm in control. I choose what I do, where I put my energy, what I am feeling and thinking. You choose. I choose if I respond to this or react to this. I choose if I look at this with a positive mindset or a negative mindset. I choose if I see this as a blessing or as a curse. I choose. So you can look for the blessing in all things. Remember, there are no mistakes, even though we do feel we make them. There are only lessons that lead to blessings and love. So you're learning how to become the master of your life. And guess what? That's turning things in your favour. So I'm seeing this wheel here as the Wheel of Fortune. You know, you've moved into this new year as the master of your reality. Or you're learning how to become that right now. And that's turning things around and it's bringing more in for you. It's bringing more money in for you, more opportunities, more success, more love, more romance, more opportunities to feel good and to enjoy life and to be excited about life. So you're becoming the master of your reality. And the sage is the power. So I'm seeing this as Sage of Worlds. It's about you're learning how to master what's going on with you in the physical world, but also in your emotional world and in your 5D world. So you know, okay, I can't connect with my person today in the physical for whatever reason, but I can connect with them in the 5D. I can close my eyes and call them to me. I can take them with me wherever I go because we are one. And I can choose to look on the bright side and recognise that I am safe because I am a child of God and I am supported and protected. So when you start affirming those things and knowing those things, you feel peace even in the depths of chaos or despair. You find peace. And it's like all this craziness is going on around you, but you're centred. So Neo centres himself in the Matrix. When all the crazy's going on, he's like, you know, we can pray about our problems. So when you're feeling stressed out, remember how blessed you are. If you've got time to worry, you've got time to pray. Now you've got freeze it. Look at this, freeze it. Now, this is really powerful because it says I freeze where I no longer want. Now, there are some people out there that say if there's something you don't want, write it down on a piece of paper and put it into your freezer. You know, if you've got like a fridge freezer, because if you put it in there, it's going to freeze it, it's going to stop it. So if you're thinking, right, I want to stop separation, you could write down on a piece of paper separation and put it into your freezer and it will stop separation. There are people who say that. Now, personally, for me, I don't do that because I feel that it's then, you know, it's still causing blocks and instead it's much better to pray about these things. But I feel what the message here is, whatever you no longer want, you have the power to see it in a different way. So you have the power to change the way you see it happening. Now, what they show me is freeze is also about slow motion. So imagine something happens in your life and then you're able to rewind it. Imagine, they show me that in my mind, like how you can rewind a film or you can rewind video or something like that. You can rewind, go back and live it again. So if you're thinking, I wish something had happened differently, go back and visualize what that would look like and be like. So it doesn't mean it's going to actually happen that way again because it's already happened, but you can start seeing it differently. You can start going back into your thoughts and thinking, well, now if I freeze it there, why did that actually happen to me? So I feel this is about you having a good, clear look at what's happened in your life, whether it's with your person or even with other people you may have been involved with, or people at work, or certain situations you've been in, because you learn how to master your thoughts and emotions. You think, okay, I know now why that happened. I recognise that it needed to go that way. And even if it had gone a different way, I may not have learned what I'm learning now or what I've learned before. So I really feel this is a huge sign of you being able to heal the past. I'm seeing this as lovingly releasing and healing the past, but also about you knowing that you have the power to let go of what you no longer need. So it's not even about freezing what you no longer need. It's about releasing what you no longer need, saying, I don't need that anymore. And I definitely feel this is so much also about simplifying things. I really do feel this wood snake coming in is already given us the power. You've been feeling this perhaps since October. Maybe you've been doing this since October to simplify your life by releasing what you no longer need, clearing the clutter. You know, I can't even remember now the amount of times the charity people have come to take things away because I've been releasing everything. I've created so much, more clarity in my own personal journey and calmness through releasing the material things, because sometimes we accumulate things to fill up a void or to help us to feel complete in some way, but we just accumulate things and things get stagnant, it creates stagnancy and it doesn't create power. So releasing things, even things you love, sometimes is for the best. And that can be the same with letting go of your twin. It doesn't mean you move on from them because you love them. It means you let go of the struggle around it because you're saying, I no longer need this or want this in my life this way. It needs to be different. So I'm going to change it. So you take this card out, resonates with you, because I do feel that, and it's 17 as well, which means you're on the right path, especially if you've been letting go of what no longer serves you in your material world or in your thought patterns, and maybe things that people have been saying to you, think, I'm not going to listen to that anymore, I'm going to listen to myself. But you could also see this as putting something in your freezer that you don't want, or you want to change in some way. And some of you may already do that. So I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying, if it works for you, it works for you. Some things work for some people that other people, it doesn't work for. So you do what feels right for you. But I'm seeing this as you letting go of anything no longer serving you in a material way, as well as a physical way, letting go of those negatives, remembering to check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's you becoming the master. But you're also learning to master your reality by not holding on to certain material things, giving things away. Even things that you're holding on to for a rainy day, if you think, I'm never going to wear that, I'm never going to use that, I'm never going to, do anything with that, then donate it, because someone may get wear out of it or find it like a treasure, and they will send that love out. So, say if you give something away, it may not mean a lot to you, but to someone it could be like finding a treasure, like finding a rare jewel, and they're so grateful, and they're thinking, oh, I'm so grateful for this. That gratitude has a ripple effect, and you'll feel it, because even though that person may not know who you are, energetically you are connected in that moment. Now, we've got, look at this, okay? These are quite small, so I have to use my magnifying glass. For me, if I can't make it fun, I'm just not going to be able to do it. Absolutely. So this alien is surfing, and I love that he's kind of surfing, because we've been talking over the last few days about surfing, doing things where you are more at peace and surfing. And it's so powerful if you've been seeing dolphins as well, because dolphins are all about simplifying things and lightening the load and focusing on joy. And I feel this is dolphin energy coming in around you, saying, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. So see it that way. Think, right, do I love my job? Do I find it fun? And I'm not saying your job is always going to be fun, but it will make you feel some kind of way. And if it doesn't, then it's time to maybe think about a change in that way. Or think, why am I doing this? And maybe you have obligations or responsibilities, and you're thinking, well, I have to do this. First of all, you don't have to do anything, you choose to. So you might think, oh, I have to take the kids to school. Well, you don't. You choose to, because it's good for them and it's good for their education and it creates a routine in their life. You don't have to. You choose to. So see it differently. If you think, I have to go to work, you don't have to. You choose to, because you want money to pay the bills, money to live a good life. But you don't have to. You see, you choose to. So if you see it like that and think, oh, I've got to go to the shops, I've got to. You don't have to. You choose to, so you've got things in the house. But you can make anything fun. So wake up and say, right, whatever I'm doing today, I'm going to make it fun. I'm going to look for the good things. I'm going to have some fun and some laughter, some smiles. And the universe will bring things in for you to smile about and laugh about. So think, okay, when was the last time I had a good belly laugh? When was the last time I had good times? So I feel this is about you today, mastering your emotions no matter what's going on. And I know you want to know about your person, so let's find out, okay? We've got Devil's Play. So what I'm really feeling here is the ego is at play in their life today. So this is why it's so important today that you master your mind and your emotions because they are in their emotions and their fears and their ego. So the devil is at play. And what that means is fear. Okay, what does the devil do? It tries to bring in temptation or fear. It brings in distraction sometimes as well. And then we can overthink and go into fear in our mind, and that creates all the issues. Remember, if the devil's at play, it's not in the present moment because the devil plays with the mind. So the devil is, like the ego. So imagine they're in their mind about everything right now. So they're in the feels about you. They love you. They want you. They know what they need to change to be with you. It's the new year now. They've been having a very clear look at things in their life. And now they're saying, right, I know what I need to do. Well, the ego will come in and say, yeah, but what if this happens? Or what if you make a mistake? And it tries to get into the head. And then they'll start overthinking and weighing everything up, and that causes a delay. So the devil's at play. So I feel this is their ego today. So make sure you're mastering your thoughts and emotions. And then you won't be craving their energy if they're silent. You won't be worrying if they're not reaching out. You'll just be at peace with where you are. Look at this. It says, I hereby grant you the power to make me unhappy. What this is, what I'm feeling, it says, I hereby grant you the power to make me unhappy. What the masculines are doing is giving the ego, the devil, I'm seeing this like the devil in this card, the power in their life to make themselves unhappy. Now, they've known since really 2023 what makes them happy and what doesn't. So again, it doesn't matter how long you've been on this journey, because some of you will have been on this journey a long, long time. It may be 23 years, a long time. Some of you 2 to 3 years, some of you maybe 2 to 3 months. Some of you 10, 20, it doesn't matter how long you've been on the journey. And it doesn't matter if you'll think, well, I didn't know my twin in 2023. Of course you did, you are one. You may not have been aware of them physically, some of you, but you are one. So what this is really showing is there's been things in their life that they haven't been happy about since 2023, whether they were aware of you or not, or maybe you were in separation at that time, whatever was going on. They recognise there's things that they are giving power to that makes them unhappy. This is again about being the master. This is why you mirror, you see. Because if you mirror your thoughts and emotions and you become the master of your life, and I feel many of you have, you're releasing now, especially things you don't want. So you may have walked away from a job, a karmic partner, a lifestyle. You've made changes in your life, you have, over the years or recently, that's put you in control of your own life. But what they are doing is they are still giving certain things the power to make them unhappy, whether it's a karmic partner or their own mind. So that's why the devil's at play. So they are recognising they need to stop doing that. And also that they can say things and do things they regret. They can be angry. They can let their emotions or their feelings take over sometimes. And then they can be angry and frustrated. So they can blurt out ugliness to the world. So I feel they're in a volatile energy today. So if you are not communicating, you are being protected from that, because I'm feeling a lot of anger around them, frustration. They may even be having acid reflux, indigestion, heartburn. Some of them may even be vomiting. I feel there's kind of this toxicity in them because the devil is creating that. And I say the devil, I mean the ego, their own fears and worries. So they need to start looking at their lives differently, which they are doing. They're having time to do that. This is the wishing tree. My wishes grow big like a tree. So they are realising that what they focus on grows. So if they are focusing on the negatives and the ego, that's going to grow and it's going to build and it's going to create chaos. So they're being guided by the angels to turn that around, especially between now and February. And remember, the wood snake is coming in to help them to shed all of this fear. So I feel they're dealing with fear today, toxicity, anger, frustration. Remember, if you're feeling frustrated yourself and you know it's not your frustration, you're connecting with their energy, instead of being frustrated, be elated and say, wow, they are going through a big cleansing right now, a big epiphany right now, an awakening. So work on being the master of your own thoughts and emotions. And remember, you are one, so they will also harness that power. Now, the energy around the connection is the 5 of crystals, negativity. So I'm definitely feeling there's negativity around today, and that's why you're being asked to be the master, because the negativity comes at you from other people or looking at things a certain way, and you have the power to make it positive regardless. And remember, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. On the earth, there's going to be challenges. There's going to be trickles of triggers. It's not all going to be candy canes and rainbows, but you have the power to make it so by mastering your thoughts. So that's why we always do your cards first, because it's so important you understand yourself to be able to deal with your twin and the journey. Because if there's negativity around the journey, and this can be other people, it could be your family, it could be maybe you watch a reading, it just doesn't resonate very well, or someone tells you to move on, or someone gets in your head, or your own ego's at play. Because we've got the devil's play, which is the ego's play. Then you have the power to turn that around. So I'm not going to focus on the negatives, I'm going to focus on positives, because there's always a reason, there's always a blessing. So the point of sleep is to let it all go. Wow. So make sure you are giving it to heaven, and then you'll be able to sleep better. So it says the point of sleep is to let it all go, because when we go to sleep, when our body physically shuts down and we go to sleep and into a rest period, we're able to release, because our conscious mind turns off, our subconscious mind turns on, and there is a shift. So it's like a reset button. It's like when you shut down your tablet or your phone or your computer and do an update. When you wake up, you feel updated because you've been into that sleep process. There's been a healing taking place. You've been regenerating cells. You've been calming your energy. And you've also been visited by angels and guides, even your twin in that dream or in that, that physical sleep state, that respite. So it's caused some kind of healing and knowledge and wisdom, so you're able to face the day again. So I feel if you're struggling to sleep, it's so important you try and get some. Even if you're just lying in bed, at least you're resting your body, So when you get into bed, great way to fall asleep if you're struggling is through gratitude. Go through in your mind as you're in bed, falling asleep, all the things you're grateful for, and then you'll fall into sleep in a grateful way. And then you'll slumber, okay? Or maybe use some lavender oil on your pillow, maybe have a relaxing bath or do some meditation, maybe put some meditation music on, or even calling on the angels. Call on Archangel Haniel, the angel of peace, Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, Archangel Michael to protect you, and then you'll feel better as you fall asleep. So the angels are really saying you need more sleep to let things go. So what I'm feeling as well is there could be some sleepless nights. Now this could be just getting back into a routine after the festivities. So you may be feeling their restlessness. They may be very restless today, your twin flame, your person, and you're picking up on that too. And that can make you feel stressed or worried. So I feel after a better night's sleep, you're going to feel much better. And we've got the wishing boat. Says, I look forward to new challenges. So definitely see negatives today as a challenge that you can overcome, as an adventure. Because you can overcome all challenges, all obstacles, all delays that create the way anyway, through the power of your thinking. So it's so powerful, these cards, it's saying to you, because, boats also rock back and forth. It's rocking back and forth between positives and negatives. Freeze the negativity today. Because there will be some negativity around, no matter what. This could be negativity at work, it could be negativity in your own life, whatever's going on. And you have the power to be the master of your thoughts because you are a sage. You are dealing with the ego here, the devil. You could see it as the devil, some of you. But you have God on your side. You are the light. Remember, any darkness that comes in, you are the light. You are the master, the sage, the magician. You are the empress or the emperor. You are the powerful one. You have power, and if you feel you don't, call on your angels. They will give it to you. Remember, if they've been toxic or spewing out negatives or whatever they're doing, maybe they're the one that's been negative to you today, and you're thinking, hang on, I haven't done anything, or I don't understand why. Don't take it personally. They are spewing out fear because they're giving that fear power. And you're not, you see, you're in your power by saying, I choose to. I don't react, I respond. So you're in a totally different vibration. Because you're saying, well, if it doesn't make me happy, if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. So this is you stepping into your power and, just need a good night's sleep. So remember, if they've been negative and nasty and there's ego going on, just think they'll be all right tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. Focus on you. Don't worry about it. And then they'll get out of this energy because they may be negative today and positive tomorrow. They know what they want. They know they do. This is all falling into place, especially moving towards February. The wood snake is going to come in and shift everything around. And this is also the energy of 21, which means it's happening. It's all really been happening since 2020 anyway. Okay, and this is 2021 energy. I've been talking about this. We're in 2025 now. A new cycle. Something big is shifting here. You've felt it moving into the new year. So you've been asked to have faith. So instead of saying, oh, I've been on this journey for 10 years, 20 years, it's been doing this and that. Focus on the power of the now, because you have the power to change everything now. Don't worry about negatives. It's the ego. You have the power to rise above the ego. So when the ego comes in and says, what if, or, if only, say, so what? I am a master. And the ego will shut up and go away. Even the devil went away. The devil got so bored, really, of trying to tempt Jesus and he didn't go anywhere. He just gave up. So if your ego's trying and you're just not having any of it, eventually your ego will die down and give up. So just focus on you. Remember, the ego is there every day. You just have to learn to master it. So the big guidance today is become the master of your emotions by observing your journey, checking yourself before you wreck yourself. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.